You can, yeah, you want to go ahead and put your headphones on? We'll start gearing up.
You ever seen like that turtle fucking a shoe?
No, I haven't.
To completion.
Tell me about it.
It sounds like.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to All the Marbles Where the Stakes Have Never Been Higher. This week on the podcast, we've got John Loss, Kansas City comic, Kansas City lawyer. We got Brandon Vieira, also Kansas City comic. Are you still? Do you still practice, John, or am I? Okay.
I gave
Kansas
up my
City former
licenses.
lawyer.
I go back and forth when I'm on stage as to whether I'm a real lawyer or retired. So depends on what joke I want to tell.
Gotcha. We got a lot of in the courtroom bits. Like the other day, I was defending a whatever.
I've got some. I haven't used them yet. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if people want to hear all that stuff.
So the other day I was defending this pedophile. Oh wait, can I say that?
No.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You monetized?
No, not even close.
The fuck we want.
I could tell you one if you want to hear it.
Okay, yeah. What do you got?
First of all, have you heard of little Jimmy Dickens? He was a country music star. He's in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Okay, no, I don't. No.
And he and his wife sued my client. They bought a house, and they said there was undisclosed damage, so they sued us. And we said they should have seen it in the inspection. So one day I'm sitting in the conference room, and there's little Jimmy Dickens across the table, me, there's two lawyers standing up there. I said something that upset Jimmy, and he grabbed my tie and started trying to choke me. And the lawyers just stood there and watched. So I learned I can't really count on them if ever get in a fight. But
Yeah, they're lawyers.
that was pretty exciting. Yeah.
How long? So you were a lawyer at the time?
Yes.
And so, how long had you been a lawyer before you learned you couldn't trust lawyers?
About a week.
Okay. Fair enough. You got a lot of lawyer jokes, Brandon?
I have no lawyer jokes. I have no law-based jokes. I don't know about lawyers.
Do you have any lawyers?
No, I don't have a lawyer.
Me either. I don't. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I don't have a lawyer. I remember, God, there was one guy, said one dude. I don't know if you ever met him.
Dennis Chaney.
Is he?
He's a lawyer.
King Pyrus.
King Pyrus is a lawyer? Yeah, I remember King Pyrus.
He's not a lawyer, but I remember he was like, I got a lawyer, definitely. He's like, all black people have lawyers. I'm like, that can't be true.
Interesting. You heard it here first, folks. Well, technically, you heard it at the Comedy Club of Kansas City from King Pyrus first. Is he still around? Is he still out?
I haven't seen him. I ain't seen him in a
Fair.
bit.
Mr. Fun Facts. Get back out in the scene.
Yeah, that's
Write more fun facts.
how else do I learn anything without him there?
Well, YouTube channels, surely.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
All right. Do we have questions about the cards before we start reading them?
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know which one. Isn't this one sad?
Yeah.
different categories.
So you
Rest of the
know it.
colors.
You know what's going on.
Well, tell me what the categories are.
Okay, so the pink colors are romantic questions. Yellow cards are personal questions. Blue cards are controversial questions. Green cards are intellectual questions, and white cards are sad questions.
Oh, interesting.
This is a board game that you got?
It's a card game.
Card game?
Yeah, it's a. You can get your own copy at askhole.io.
Or sponsor?
We're not sponsored.
Brought to you by.
Hey, go ahead.
Not yet.
Oh shit! We got Ani bringing in. Okay.
What is this?
These are breadsticks.
Breadsticks.
Oh,
Yum, they're filled with cheese.
Oh, perfect.
Fuck.
I have to bulk up. I'm going up to my family reunion in a couple of weeks.
And this is marinara.
I'll have one.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's like durable, so-
I'll have one. You have the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You only want one?
Yep, just one.
I gotta be conscious of where I'm putting these things. So we want to, now that we've started, we can eat for a while, and then we can do whatever we want later. I don't know what the heck.
You got to lift that thing. There you go.
You gotta get the mic up to it so it makes a sound.
You got to lift this thing up.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
This.
I'm trying to. That's what Thought I could get it that. Oh, okay. Well,
It's like a Dairy Queen Blizzard.
Jesus. You ever been to a Dairy Queen recently? I mean,
I get some things.
I haven't been in a Dairy Queen recently. That's
remember there was this Dairy Queen in Bonner Springs that I went to one time. It was one of the most. I think all the workers were devoid of any life or feeling.
okay.
I'm dead inside.
They were. But it's so crazy to watch, like, see someone's dead eyes as they go like this,
Yeah.
and
The little kids look so happy. It's just the contrast.
they gotta do that like 20 times.
Dairy Queen. We never see the Dairy Queen, do we? Is there a
Dairy
There's a
King?
Wendy. There's a Burger King.
Oh, actually,
The Dairy Queen, but we don't have like a person. There's no
You
personified.
have to take it on faith.
She totally exists, guys.
You're right. They never even bothered to make one.
Oh.
Because maybe you can imagine the Dairy Queen however you want to.
I know.
My Dairy Queen is half black and half Chinese.
There you go.
Mine's 72 years old.
Nice.
Mine's a furry.
Gross.
Just a cat.
Ooh.
Just an actual cow. Just an actual personified cow.
Just a cat with a cow or a cat?
Well, now I want it to be a cat because cats like milk. I was thinking cow just because of
just a
dairy
cow.
milk. Yeah. But cats.
Gets out like, split out like that. Just not even udders. Yeah, she actually has like human breasts.
But they're still where the udders would go. Is the yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. John, who would you like to ask you a card to open up
Oh, what
the
kind of
questions? Yeah, well, no. Who would you like to decide what kind of card you get to answer?
Oh, what, between you two? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, Brandon.
This is terrible for it.
Or we could call Erin up and have her read a card
Yeah, cool.
over the phone. Shout out Erin Rez. Thanks for being on this episode.
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments speculate on what a personal emergency, quote unquote, could possibly be.
Death of a family, mental breakdown,
Death of a family is pretty crazy.
death of an entire family.
Your entire family dies, and you're just texting in, "Hey, I have a little bit of a personal emergency. I don't know if I can be on your podcast."
They were all dead. I killed them.
That's why she's being vague.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's why it's a personal emergency, not a family emergency.
So, John, you like answering questions?
Sure.
Who do you want to ask you a question?
I said, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon?
Pull one of those cards.
Don't you pick it?
Do I pull the
Yeah.
card?
Yeah,
I
you pull the card.
Oh, okay.
You said you'd seen this show.
Sad. No. I have seen the show. Maybe I misunderstood.
My glasses in here. Or you can just read it to me, yes.
So, which technology should not have been invented?
Well, the popular answer would be AI, but I think that's too easy. When they figured out how to split the atom and make the atom bomb, I think that should never have been invented because
Yeah.
it just changed the world. And the people who did it warned everybody about it. And but I mean, Oppenheimer's terrified of this, what could happen. And so it's created a stalemate upon big powers, so we're not going to have like land invasions, but you got Trump.
Yeah, thank God there's no big powers doing any land invasions.
Well,
Big
not in the
power.
United States. Yeah, that's true.
There's no big power on
Well,
big power.
and the big threat in Ukraine, I mean, why the United States is so careful, or what was under Biden, is they don't want Putin to go nuclear. And so,
I just want Putin to undergo therapy.
yeah.
That'd be fun. You should live stream it.
That would be cool.
But there's a codependent relationship between Trump and Putin that bothers me. So I think we're okay. I'm not sure. It's going to be more your guys' problem than mine. So
Even if we're not, there's nothing you can do about it.
nothing you can do about it.
That feels like a sentence that like around that like starts with trying to get to the point of I think we're okay, but then you just gave up at the point of like, you know what? I'm just gonna skip to saying I think we're okay before we're there.
What are you going to do?
That was good.
But, a lot of good things came out of the splitting the atom, too, in terms of using
The Fallout
Adams.
games.
Yeah.
Enjoy those.
lots of good movies.
Pretty cool.
The China Countdown or whatever. What was that called? Yeah, the Jack Lemmon. See, these are old movies. You ever hear about that?
I watched Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was also a good movie. Can't have that movie without.
True. How would we have seen Florence Pugh's breasts if not for the splitting
There's
of
a
the
couple
atom?
other movies I can show you.
Oh, okay. Those are deep faked, Brandon. Okay, listen.
No.
So that would be my answer.
Hell yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Shouldn't have done it. Okay. Brandon, who would you like to ask you a question?
You asked me a question. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. You know what? Hey, Brandon, could you have a serious relationship with someone who expressed that they thought they were unworthy of the relationship?
Yeah. Yeah. What does that
What's
mean?
your thought process there?
I kind of have,
Okay.
but it's just a self-esteem
Hmm.
type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. They either that person grows out of that, and they develop themselves, or maybe they never do. I don't know. I feel like that's very personal, at least for me. I don't know.
Do you recommend that person seek therapy at that point, or are you like,
They're in therapy. It works. They're doing everything right. That's
Okay.
what I think. You had a more interesting answer than that, to be honest.
I mean, to be fair, it's a yes or no question. So,
I could have just went, yes.
well, you did. Yeah. John, do you want to pick a card and ask me a question? Leave the show.
That might. Oh, God. Are you afraid of death? Why or why not?
I mean, I don't want to die. I don't feel like I don't. Anytime that I almost die, right after, I'm like, oh, good thing that didn't happen. That could have been a bummer, like that. Well, like I don't know about, but I find myself frequently in situations where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. I don't go out of my way to prevent my own death either. So
In
so
times you almost die, how long do you think about the fact that you could have just died?
until I tell someone about it, I think, and then you talk it out, and then it's over.
Yeah.
You have like a 5-minute window where I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had one of those. I haven't talked about it, but
Ooh.
I was pulling out onto there's a country highway, and the cars were going 55 when I was coming from a stop sign, and I pulled out, and there's this car coming right at me, and he missed me by 2 inches. I got through, and I kept thinking, what would have happened if I hadn't made it? So
Miss you by one of my penises.
yeah, exactly. There's a one penis distance there.
That's the
how
one he
I
pulls out
measure
for when he wears
everything.
skinny jeans. So
Yeah,
it's easy,
exactly.
And then he uses the other ones when he's got, yeah.
But that was pretty freaky, and I didn't dwell on it, but I thought about it all the way home for sure. But, I like that show 6 Feet Under. That's an old HBO show for the
Okay.
funeral directors. And the point of it is, you never know when you're going to die, so they start out showing people doing normal activities, and all of a sudden they're dead from some freak accident or something.
You never know when you're going to die.
That's right, and that
Unless you're on death row, in which case it's very,
Yeah, you know
it's
exactly
very
when
carefully
you're gonna die.
scheduled. You have a whole meal. You know what? Yeah.
could be 20 years later.
March 18th.
Yeah.
I
Just do the meal anymore.
They don't. Wait, what? They don't do the meal anymore?
No,
Any confirmation on this?
It depends on which prison, but yeah.
Man.
What's the prison that lets you have the meals? There?
Like don't remember.
If you intend to commit crimes that may end you up on death row, make sure to move to
Put them in the correct
a place.
jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You should have a card in your wallet that says, "I want to be in prison." That
God, imagine committing a heinous crime. And then you're like, oh, fuck, well, at least I get my last meal. And they're like, your last what?
something to look forward to.
Yeah. What would you want? What would you want your last meal to be?
Peanut M&Ms would be in there.
Okay, they'd be in there. Oh yeah.
It's a tie between pizza. No, it is definitely a full pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's on this pizza?
Full, large pepperoni pizza.
Hell yeah.
I eat it all by myself to the point where it hurts and my stomach is extended. And then once they finally do what they do, obviously I expel my bowels.
It's a very, very vivid picture.
You're planning ahead.
That's it. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
planned it a couple of times. I remember. I think that was one of the questions. If I get
That's really good. John, who do you want to ask you a question? Okay. Okay, John.
Yes.
On planet A, everyone's 30% dumber, and you're a genius by comparison. On planet B, everyone's 30% smarter, and you're an idiot by comparison. You stay the same. Which planet would you want to live on?
I'm planet A.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want to be on B because I would not be in control of my life. The smart people would be running everything.
You don't want the smart people to be running everything?
No. Not if I'm the dumb person. But on planet A, I'd be the smart person.
You'd have to run everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they'd be too dumb to tell me I can't. So
They'd be too dumb to realize that you should, too,
Yeah.
though. So, like, you might
the
backfire.
answer's obvious to me.
Okay.
Planet B for me is just what I'm living right now.
I knew you'd say that. That's just what it is today. Now, how does it feel?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think it would be nice to live on Planet B. They
All the
set you
smart
up with,
people
like,
run everything?
Yeah, they set you up with a nice grocery store job.
Let everybody else make decisions. Yeah.
Like, oh, there he is. That's him. That's Brandon, the idiot. Oh, he's so good. And every now and then they fucking pat your head.
Here, Brandon, taste this.
I'm like, okay.
All right. So, whose turn is it
I think
now?
it's Brandon's.
It's my turn.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Wait, I draw a card.
No,
No,
you
who do you
ask
want?
someone to. Yeah,
Who's gonna
you pick a
ask
person.
me? You ask
Yeah.
me something, John.
All right. I forgot what this is, but we'll see.
Pink cards are romantic questions.
Oh,
The second romantic question.
Too late. You already picked it up.
it's in pink. Oh my. Okay. Have you ever been in an open or polyamorous relationship? If not, would you consider it?
No. And no.
No, I am.
All right. Thank you.
Immediately no.
Let's move
I would
on.
Never give that chance.
Oh, what? You're not evolved? You're not a super evolved, hyper intelligent,
I just told you I live on Planet B. I
pansexual
would not-
unicorn.
There's no such thing on planet B.
No.
Planet A, it happens all the time.
I'm not into that NRE, that
Oh man, well,
relationship energy.
but you would rather be on Planet B, though. So you would want to live on the planet where everyone else is the hyper evolved polysexual, and you're just the
Yes.
one. You're just the
I'm the
one
guy, I'm the
monogamoid.
one moron that's just like, one day I'll find somebody who is just for me,
Your one true love.
my one true love. And we'll kiss and we'll hug and we'll swing on a swing set.
That is the dream.
That's me. I am.
I like that answer, yeah.
Oh, tandem swing sets. Not enough tandem swing sets. It's always bicycles. What the fuck?
I saw a swing set here. So.
I think they're. These have like big.
No, they're separate though. They're not. You get two swing
separate.
sets, but they have a little bar so that
Equal
you're
sets.
still on the same
Do they have swing set parties here?
A bunch of monogamous people having a swinging party.
Yeah,
It's all just a bunch of
on the
of
swings.
tandem swing sets
Yep.
that everyone pairs off onto.
Wearing masks, yeah.
In a weird house called the playground.
Hell yeah.
Come if you dare.
But it's
That's a good, but C-U-M.
That's a good.
And they dared all over the place.
That's a good premise for a Netflix show or something.
good. Yeah, the playground.
Oh.
It'd be a Netflix reality show.
Who comes to the playground?
Or our own little swingers club. You don't have to actually participate in it, but we can open it up. And I assume we'd make money.
You have to have a lot of those little black bars that go over the people's eyes, though. I would think.
Over the people's eyes. Yeah, protect the identities of the
Yes.
the contestants. Yeah.
The lawyers would make you do that.
True. Brandon, after you take a drink of your tea, unless you're just adjusting it, would you like to ask me a question?
I'm just twiddling. Just twiddling around.
Good word,
I'll ask you
twiddling.
a question. I'm going to burp now.
Thank you.
What's the yellow one?
For the people only listening to this podcast, Brandon just expelled a burp.
Yeah, and I did it away from the mic.
He did it.
Would you rather I do it in the mic?
No, he did it the proper way.
I'd rather you do
gonna
whatever
take
you would
yellow.
do naturally, and then I'll just heckle you.
All right. How boring are you? That's the question.
I'm pretty boring, I think. I arrange weird podcasts and everything, but then also I'm a very unevolved monogamoid. I like swing sets. And
You like swing
breadsticks.
sets? Do you swing on swing sets?
I've swung on some swing sets. When was the last time you swung on a swing set?
Is this a metaphor?
19.
Whoa!
What's the most boring thing about you? Let's expand upon that.
Ooh. Probably my material. Oh. Yeah, hang on. There it is.
There
Hang
you
on.
go.
But
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. The most boring thing about me. My wardrobe's pretty one note. Not a lot
Black vest.
not a lot of variation. Graphic tee, black vest, boots or shoes. Those are the
Shoes are a new addition.
shoes are a new addition. Yeah, that's how one note my wardrobe choice is. I finally, for the first time in 10 years, bought a pair of shoes instead of work boots.
They're a fashion accessory.
They're
I would imagine you work at like a retro game store.
Oh, that'd be so
That's
fun,
where-
dude.
You'll be surprised. I know where he works. I don't know if you want to say that.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to put that out there. It could destroy your whole image.
It's not UFE.
I can't get him to sponsor me, so till then.
Till then, no free press.
Yeah, John, who do you want to ask you a question?
Brandon again.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Give me a good one.
Yeah, Brandon, give him a
What are
good
the
one
purple
this time.
ones? What are the blue? This is indigo.
Yeah.
What is that? Let's call it
Yeah,
indigo.
controversial cards.
Oh,
Controversial. If a sex worker consents to sex with a customer under expectations of payment, but then the customer refuses to pay, is this closer to rape or to theft? God damn.
What do you got, John? You're a lawyer.
well, I think it's closer to theft because there's actually a contract there. Really break it down, we always, in law school, we'd always have to find the promise and the consideration. Consideration is the sex, and then the money is being exchanged for the sex. And by not paying, you breach the contract. So I would say it's a theft.
Okay.
But again,
Math adds up.
It's a robber rape.
well, and again, it depends on if the guy went into it knowing he wasn't going to pay, then I think it would be a rape. But if it's,
What if he just forgot his wallet and didn't realize until after they were done?
no, then it's a theft. You know? But if he goes in there,
That's just a dine and dash.
if he goes in there, then it's fraud. If he goes in there and says, I'm going to pay you, and then he doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ever paid a prostitute with an IOU before?
Nope.
Good for you.
He's like, oh, humble brag.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
You ever paid a prostitute in rewards points before?
No. From where?
From the prostitute.
No, 10 visits,
No,
you get one free. Punch my card on the way out.
Oh, Brandon, who would you like to choose your fate?
Who's asking me a question?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm not getting the concept right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're kind of
It's
slow.
okay. 30%.
Oh God. What have you done that you are most ashamed of?
Ooh, let's go. Sad questions.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Apologized about it. God,
That's rough.
most ashamed of. How do I even answer?
Was it the
that?
time that you paid that hooker with the IOU?
And the time I paid that prostitute in IOUs and I tipped her in bowling alley tickets.
From the arcade.
Yeah. I think it was. No, I think it's probably my romantic history. Whenever I would be on Tinder,
Okay.
Tinder was terrible.
Tinder's terrible.
Every time I look back on any sexual interaction that I've had, well, not all of them. I'd say about
Yeah, what's your ratio?
if there's 7. Yeah, I've had sex with 7 people in my life.
National average.
So I'd say only about 3 of them I don't regret. Some of oh god, those were really bad.
4 to 3.
Really, now I found it. Now I found it just by
Okay,
doing
let's
that.
go.
Okay, I had like a one-night stand with a woman that I was not attracted to at all. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I thought maybe I was being nice because she drove all the way from Lawrence to meet me in Kansas City, Missouri. And yeah, we had sex in my car, but it started weird because I think we started in my car in a parking lot, and she's just like, "Oh, I've never done this before. I'm not this type of girl." I'm like, "Yeah, you are." Yeah, you are. But it's weird. It's weird to be in a place where you're like, wasn't really going for this, but fuck it. It smelled in the car. It didn't smell very good. I didn't like that.
What did it smell
She
like?
was a nice girl. Like pennies.
Interesting. Were there a lot of pennies in the car?
No. No, it was coming from her.
And that made you feel bad. Like something that you've done that you're ashamed of
Like, you know
is
how-
that's your top. That's your top.
That's one of them.
Okay.
Like, you know how, like, if you, like, some guys will be like, "Oh, I went on like a blind date, and then I saw this girl, and she was like huge, and then I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna leave."
Okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna leave. I'm just gonna. Let's
And
do
you
it.
and so having been through that across that threshold and through that underworld, you would say to the rest of society, go ahead and leave.
No, you know what? Just do it. Stay there. Be cool.
Stay there and be cool. Message from Brandon Vieira. What's your address, Brandon? I don't. Okay. I'm kidding. You want to ask me a card? Unless you have more. John, do you want to pitch in? Do you have any embarrassing stories that come to mind?
I was afraid of this.
Any intensely shameful sexual encounters, perhaps?
No, not sexual, but in my law practice, I had a case that I was sharing with another lawyer. I did all the work, and when it came time to get paid the attorney's fee, I didn't tell them. I kept the whole attorney's fee. So I've now confessed to theft, and I felt bad about it to this day. So
John Loss, pettiest group project participant.
there it is. It's out in the open now.
That's amazing. But you did all the work.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't watch. He won't watch this podcast.
What's his Ani, bring him out. Anyway.
No, you have a lot of situations like that when you're practicing law because nobody's supervising you. You know,
Interesting.
It's all up to you. You can do lots of things that aren't right. Nobody would know about it. So
You heard it here first, folks. Lawyers, unsupervised.
Some people give in, but most lawyers don't. You know, but
What's some other things you haven't done that aren't right? Nobody knows about.
oh, here's the one I'm most ashamed of. In high school, I was not, as you say, an attractive person, and I never dated. But we had this dance, you know, where the women asked the men, the girls asked the guys, and to my surprise, this girl asked me to go to it, And I said no. And
Oh,
Then-
why?
I was too scared.
Oh, wow.
But the rest of the story is my brother ended up marrying her sister. So about 5 years ago, on the phone, I got to apologize to her about doing that. She said-
What got you on the phone with her? What started that phone
Well,
call?
we were driving up to the family reunion, and her sister was talking to her. So the two sisters are talking, and then I said, "Well, let me talk to her. I want to talk about what happened." And so I did.
How long ago is this?
About 5 years ago.
5 years ago, and you're like, there's this thing from high school that we need. We've got unfinished business
it's-
that needs addressed
it's-
before.
It's been torturing me for 40 years.
So have you seen like you said your brother?
My brother married her sister. So.
Okay.
I've not seen her since, though.
And you better hope that none of your family members marries that one lawyer that you.
Based off of how her sister acts, are you like, I think I dodged a bullet.
No comment.
Oh,
There, that's the one I should have
hell
said.
yeah!
I shouldn't have admitted to a theft.
It's okay. This is safely hidden in a corner of the internet that only 101 people have ever
Why did
subscribed
I
to. So you're
admit to
okay.
a theft? I could have just said that cute little story about being done.
You got one police officer. He's viewing this right now.
They're
He's
filling out a
monitoring.
warrant as they speak. I don't want to go outside.
Yeah. Brandon, you want to ask me a card?
Yeah.
We gotta save John.
Let's do this.
Help
one.
me.
Is torture ever permissible?
Oh, okay. Permitted by who? That's what I'm curious about. Like,
Card only says permissible.
I'll allow it. I can think of plenty of reasons that I'd be okay with like some Punisher shit going down. You know, I'm on MK's side of the whole vigilante justice thing that she was talking about. You know,
yeah.
I think yeah. But I mean, you better have a good reason. You know, subjective to my whims and wants. You better have a good reason before you start torturing somebody. You know?
What's your bar for torture then?
I don't like them.
They're annoying.
Yeah, if they promise to come to my podcast and don't show up, maybe I don't know.
Is that a threat?
No, I'm not gonna. No, it's not a threat. It's not a threat. I would never. I would just be
promise.
okay if someone. No, I'm kidding.
It's a promise.
There's 101 people that no. But no, I think torture's generally cringe. I think it's not good.
You're all over the place.
In 2025, torture is cringe.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you still waterboarding people? What's up? Come on.
Yeah, just yeah.
Still pouring hot coffee on the naked body? Come on.
That's a different thing. But the John, who you want to ask you a question?
Oh, how about you?
Just fucking do it.
Listen, I haven't let you do that for a minute, and
How about you?
people will notice. I
So the
guess.
man resigned to his
Yes.
own death.
Oh, John.
Uh-oh.
Here's a question that you could have used earlier. Given the guarantee that nobody will ask you the question, what's a question you would refuse to answer?
Apparently none. I'm an open book, which I can read a lot in jail. I think, well, the question I want it would be how much money do you make? Or how much money do you have? I would never answer that question.
Answer that question.
Why?
Well,
What's
it's none of their business. I don't think.
Okay.
I can tell you how much money I have in my bank account right now.
No,
How much money you got in your bank account right now?
No, I get very annoyed. Like, I had a friend who always said, "Oh, how much you pay for your house? How much you pay for your car?" I said, "It's none of your business." And so that's where I draw the line.
Okay. Wait, who asked you?
Oh, it was a guy in my old law firm.
Oh, okay.
He was always curious.
I thought it was a lady. Tom Thompson. That's what it is.
Tom.
You don't like it when people ask you how much you get paid?
Oh no, and I think it's horrible when that gets around in the business. When people know what each other gets paid, I mean that leads to the place falls
Chaos.
apart.
Workers
It falls apart.
organizing.
It falls apart.
Can't have any unions.
Yeah, exactly.
$1,203.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck. We're not doing good, he says. You're over 1,000. You're not doing good?
Well, I don't get paid until 25th.
Okay.
Oh, you work for the school district.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my daughter is too.
Hell yeah.
I know what you're talking
I just paid my car insurance.
Oh.
There you go.
And boy, was I late.
Brandon, who do you want to ask you a question?
John asked me a question. Did I pick you the last time? Have I been picking you all the time?
You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to
All
worry
right, I
about that.
give
No,
you-
just do
Let
what you do in a
redeem my-
vacuum.
Let me redeem myself. I asked you that real sad question. This should be safe.
Doesn't sound safe.
No, if you could ask the universe one question and get the truth, what would you want to know?
Ooh, you get the truth.
There you go, man. Run with it.
I get the truth?
Better be careful with that.
God, I know I really want to know if there are aliens.
Ooh, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
How about a civilization? I want to know. That would suck if you're like, are there alien civilizations out there we haven't met? And they just go, no. And then that's it.
You'd be happy.
I just ruined it.
You want there to be aliens.
I do. I want there to be one planet. I don't know. Something.
You want there to be a planet where everyone's 30% smarter.
Yeah.
Besides Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Would be nice.
Okay, well, that wasn't bad.
John, you want to ask me a question? That was pretty good.
I would
that was
love
pretty
to
good.
ask you a
Yeah.
question.
Doesn't even pick up a grade. He's like, who do you think you are?
Explain yourself.
Give us the truth.
How can
a
you be
sad
you?
one.
How can you wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror? All right, here you go.
Okay.
What percentage of your preferred age, gender, demographic would you be down to have sex with after roughly an hour of flirting?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Put in a good hour.
That seems short to me. That's not a lot of flirting. That's
All right, say 2 hours.
okay. 2 hours. Okay. After 2 hours, I don't know. I flirt with way more people than I have any intention of anything.
Yeah, I
with.
got that
So
vibe.
yeah. Brandon knows that I'm not serious when I'm flirting with him. That's good. That's good. I'm glad of that. I don't know. Probably. Depending on the instance and how intoxicated I am, between 8 and 24%, I would say.
What? What was the
Baseline is 8%, and then you can stretch that into the 20s of percents with substances and sleep deprivation.
Oh, okay.
I think.
All
I don't
right.
even remember the entirety of what that question
Yeah,
was.
read the question again.
What percentage of your preferred age/gender demographic would you be down to have sex with after roughly an hour of flirting?
Okay.
Oh, your demographic.
What percentage of
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
your demographic?
Yeah.
What's your
People of the
demographic?
people that I would hypothetically be into
I'm-
after finding out what these people are like. How many of them are you then into?
I understand your answer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
You ask someone to ask you a question
All
next,
right.
John. It's your turn.
All right, Brandon, ask me one.
Hell yeah.
Not that. Not that. No, go ahead.
Let's do the sad one.
Oh,
Sad one. What about your appearance would you like to change?
Ooh.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Well, I'd like to lose about 60 pounds. Because I do not.
Get back to your college weight.
I do not like the way I look, and it's been a problem all my life. But there's been a couple times when I was able to lose 100 pounds, and I looked good, but then I could not stay that way. It
How did you do it?
was called the depression diet.
Okay.
Didn't want to eat.
Well,
That's not sustainable. But I'm exercising a lot now, and after not doing anything for 3 years. But yeah, I think I would like to be smaller than I am, because when I see myself on the video, it kind of blows
would
my
you,
mind.
if you could permanently lose 100 pounds, but you also permanently become 3 inches shorter, would you do it?
Fuck no.
Whoa. No, I wouldn't trade height. No. Height,
Okay.
Height's very important. It allows for us to dominate. You see. The tall people group would not allow it. I wouldn't get kicked out. So no,
Yeah.
not
Fuck
height.
pretty privilege. Let's talk about tall privilege.
There's not a fat people group. There is a tall people group, and I'm in it. So
Yeah. How tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If I were 6 foot, I would definitely be like, nah, I'm not.
5'11" Kings represent. Oh yeah.
okay.
Brandon, if you could gain 3 inches of height, but you would also have to gain 100 pounds, what are you gonna do?
Do I still have, is it like permanent? like I can't get that
Yes,
off?
it's permanent. If you work out, you can convert the fat into muscle, but
Oh,
you're
man.
going to gain initially 100 pounds of fat.
Well, that'd be
Fuck.
impressive.
God, that'd be too much work. No, I'm already having a hard time doing it right now.
How many inches of height would you need to gain to make the 100 pounds worth it?
God, I'm like a nice. How tall is Keith again?
He's 6.
He's 6'6".
Is he 6'6"?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, yeah, that'd be it.
Okay. I am. Hell
You have to
yeah.
give me like 6'6".
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon asked me a card.
Oh, this is a good one. A
hell yeah.
14-year-old has sex. That's it. That's all it is. How large does the age gap have to be between the 14-year-old and their partner before the child can no longer meaningfully consent to sex?
Well,
This is a big question.
as soon as the other person isn't also a child, that's out the window. So it's all, when do we think people stop being children, I guess, at that point?
When do you think that is?
I don't know. I think that there's an uncomfy dynamic between a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, so I think I'm going to err toward just a year. A 15-year-old, I don't think anyone's going to call cops on a 15-year-old.
So-
No one's going to call cops on a 16-year-old either, but it's going to be uncomfy for sure.
It's a 14-year-old's freshman, right?
Yeah.
16-year-old might be a
Junior? I guess.
Junior,
Wait,
maybe
what? That can't be
sophomore?
right.
Sophomore?
What?
Sophomore.
Wait, how the fuck?
freshman.
How do you?
Sophomore.
A freshman is 14.
No. Freshman's 15.
Oh, really?
15?
Because my granddaughter's 15 and she just finished 9th grade. So
Oh, okay. Okay. Shout out.
Wait.
Well, maybe she was held back. I
What's her
don't know.
birthday?
she was not helping.
What's her birthday? And social.
I want her pet's name too.
510. Oh yeah.
Mother's maiden name.
I'm not gonna fall for that again. I've fallen for it too many times.
Please just give me your social.
John Lost, do you have any Amazon gift cards on you?
No, but I gave one for. I stopped trying to find gifts that she liked, so I just gave her an Amazon gift card. The last one I
Life
gave her.
hack.
The last one I gave her, she used to buy a Discman.
Oh, shit.
She had CDs. She didn't have anywhere to listen to them, so I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
John, who do you want to ask you a question?
You, Taylor.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question.
Let's go for controversial questions. Hey, John.
Yes.
If you had to eliminate 1 million people from one ethnicity, which would it be?
What? Oh my God.
Wish I would have got that one.
You can get your own copy of this game at askhole.io and
I'll-
ask your friends.
If you want to answer it, I'll pass it to you.
Nah, you got this.
You go
It's
first.
yours.
You go first, John. Brandon will chime in once you get the ball rolling.
It's yours.
That's a horrible question.
Just think about the race of people that annoys you the most.
We call Erin, see what she thinks.
Yeah, call a friend.
Phone friends.
I don't know. I can't even ask that because I
I
don't.
call my grandmother. I know.
Yeah. No, that's so morally wrong. I can't answer that. I really can't. Oh, you are calling her?
we're gonna call Erin and see if she picks up.
In the middle of her personal emergency.
She's like, "This is an actual
Amidst-
It's a gunfight."
She's hiding in a cabinet right now, and her phone starts ringing.
Oh, that's where she is.
That's a lot of rings
Your
to
call
pick
has
up the.
been forwarded
no,
to an automated.
whatever.
I think the only ethical way to answer that question is Indians or Chinese people.
Interesting. Just because there's so many. Is that
Yes.
your okay?
Yes. That's it. That's it right there.
We cracked it, guys. We solved it. Yeah. How many? Nah, I don't have anything for it. I don't think. Brandon, who do you want to ask? Who do you want to ask you a question?
You ask me a question now.
Let's see. Hey, Brandon. Which stereotype is actually pretty accurate?
Oh, what the? Well, yeah. How do they get away with this?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I think a lot of them are pretty accurate.
Racists are pretty retarded. You know, that's a stereotype.
Which ones? Definitely, I could definitely say this. Hispanics are very loud. I don't know if you've heard of that one. Yeah,
Like in bed? What do you?
in daily conversation.
Okay, okay.
I know I have that. Like my entire family's really loud.
Oh, I
It's really
see.
loud. Okay.
Okay, so you can say that.
Yeah, you can say that. And they steal a lot too.
All right. We need to get
What do
together.
you think's the Brandon? John, I didn't know you were Hispanic. That's crazy.
I think I'll become one now because we're just in common. We could do much more better stealing and
getting
working
in.
together. Yeah.
All right. John, you wanna ask me a question?
Oh.
Ask me a card.
I'd love to. I forgot what this is.
Those are romantic cards.
I'm afraid of this one. Would you date yourself?
Oof. I think I would. I think I would probably date myself because I think that I would have been manipulated into doing so by me. I think.
Oh.
It'd be hard for me to resist myself given the very the horrendous tactics I would employ. and
Recognize your own manipulations.
Yeah.
no, I don't think I would. I think I would get swept up in the love bombing and the floodlighting and the. Like, nah, this might be the one. I don't.
I might be the one.
He's just so smart. I'm kidding.
Right.
I'd be enamored of myself, and then I would get trapped into something horrible for a very long time.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I have yet to date myself. I haven't gone
All right.
full Demi Lovato autosexual quite yet.
All right.
I'm California celibate, but I'm not going full autosexual.
Okay. Very good.
John, who do you wanna?
Oh, I think Brandon. You haven't asked me one for a while.
Let's see. What are the yellow ones again?
Yellow cards are personal questions.
Personal questions.
Go ahead.
Nah. Let's go for another one of these.
Romantic question.
No. Regardless of your conscious beliefs or actions, do you feel in your gut that sex work is degrading?
Eyes of the internet are on you, John.
Be careful. I work in sex.
And I work in degrading. So
I really don't think so because they need the other person to participate. So it's
yeah, there's a contract.
there's a contract, and I understand that people can get so desperate that that's the only way they can make money. And
Nothing degrading about that.
and if I have to assume that if they could make money some other way, they wouldn't do it. But I'm not sure about that. So no, I don't think it's degrading. I think it's sad.
I think there's definitely a point where it can be degrading.
Wait, if it's not degrading, but it is sad, why is it sad if it's not
Well,
degrading?
because they have to demean themselves.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
What?
They're demeaning themselves, but it's not degrading. What? What are we
difference.
meaning by
Demeaning,
degrading?
but
Okay,
not
yeah.
degrading.
We got a lawyer in the house.
No, they-
So when you say degrading, what do you mean
They
in your
feel
head,
bad
John?
about themselves, but they don't feel like they're horrible people.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Gotcha.
You heard of that Bonnie Blue?
I haven't heard of Bonnie
know who
Blue. Tell me
Bonnie
about
Blue
Bonnie
is?
Blue, Brandon.
You know who Bonnie Blue is?
No, I do not.
Educate the masses.
Oh, okay. She went viral for having sex with 1,000 men.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
in
know who
12
this is.
hours. She's doing a new thing too.
A new thing.
Yeah, she is like. I saw an article that says she's gonna do like a petting zoo experiment.
Oh, no.
So basically, she'll be in like a glass case, and instead of it being 1,000 men this time, it'll be 2,000 men, and they
Okay.
get to do whatever they want to her
But she's in a glass
for
case.
24 hours. I think like her. I don't know what the glass case is. I think that was weird. I think she might just be kind of like bound there.
She's just a showman. You know,
like-
that's just for.
No.
I assume like the bottom torso would be out or something.
Oh, okay,
No,
I get you.
That would be degrading. Yes.
Okay, yeah,
For sure.
automatically. Well, but she's not. She doesn't feel like she's a horrible person or anything doing
I
this.
think
So how is it
she must
degrading?
feel that way if she's going to submit herself to that.
Interesting.
2,024 hours.
I mean, it's you do anything for 24 hours. That's a tough row to hoe.
She's given up on her life.
I think that she's doing very well in her life.
well,
She got paid very well for the last thing she
I
did,
know.
right? This
But
is
I don't
this
know.
is sex work.
She makes money, but I mean, how many
like
friends? How many
extreme.
friends does she have? I don't know.
It's like XXX games.
Yeah.
It's extreme.
Yeah.
I tend to be too judgy.
When is Mr. Beast going to get involved in this kind of stuff?
I assume he'll be in line with the 2000s.
Fair enough.
Would you be in line?
No, I can't. I couldn't get the time off work.
Would
I
you
don't
be
think.
first or last in line?
If those are the, I feel like there's an obvious option out of the two. But you know me, I like to go like 12th ish.
12th is a comfortable spot.
Yeah. On any
Not
lists
too
I'm
much
trying to get on,
pressure.
I like to go between 7th and 15th. You know, that's
First, you got to set the tone.
open mic rules. Yeah.
Can't do it.
lowers the expectations?
Hopefully I'm following someone who didn't kill the energy in the room, but wasn't like overwhelmingly great and didn't like bury me or anything.
Way to go, man! What did you do?
And then hopefully I can leave the room set up for the next guy
Yeah.
to flourish.
You can bring him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a noble cause.
Good.
But I don't think I'd show up now. John, you want to wait? Who got asked the last question? John got asked the last
I got
question.
last.
Brandon, who do you want to ask?
You ask me again. Go ahead.
Okay.
We're all going for the controversial one.
Brandon, how do society's morals differ from your own? That's a vague one, but
You're talking about
Springing a leak over here.
just that specifically like this society?
he's anti-Bonnie Blue, so that's a little different than
I'm not
society.
anti-Bonnie Blue, but hey, she should be able to do whatever the hell she wants. But
Are you on the list? Are you on the list?
no,
Okay.
if you had me back in my 20s,
Mm-hmm.
not engaged, not in a relationship, I could see myself getting down to a real dark place and being like, you know what, I'm gonna get there. I'll do it.
But you would have to get to a really dark place first.
Yes.
You personally wouldn't be able to joyfully sign up for that
no,
kind of thing.
I would have to be like, God, I'm so lonely.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what would have to happen.
Yeah.
How do my morals?
Monogamoids. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't think my morals differ that much from the society we're already in.
Okay.
What do I believe in? I'm pretty open-minded guy. You know, I don't care if you're Bonnie Blue. I don't care if you're just swinging. If you're at the swing set, if you're at the
Yeah.
playground, whatever. Do what you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt other people. That's cool.
What's something you're okay with that maybe society is less okay with on the other end of that?
What am I
If you're very open, yeah.
okay with?
Is there anything that like societally is frowned upon that you're like, why do we hate that?
Why do we hate that? I don't know. I mean, that could be a lot of things, just like we just said. You know, a lot of people hate. Although I kind of hate people who are in polyamorous relationships.
Well, that's not because there's anything with polyamory. It's just
Yeah.
because polyamorous people are the worst
It's just
sometimes.
they're insufferable.
Yeah.
Just don't tell me about it.
I felt so bad. I saw a Facebook reel of like a comic, like a comedian that made me feel bad for trying to write a bit a couple years back because I realized that I was just writing a hack bit. It was just talking about how polyamory is basically just the veganism of sex, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, we're already
Tell you
there.
about it, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's all the normative loading on everything. It's yeah.
Well, I think the society values, right now, I think Trump's view is the predominant society value. So, you know,
Well, some of societies, yes.
yeah, but I think there's
52%?
There's two values, and
All the women.
but he's put out there that any means to an end is all right, and it's okay to put down other people. That power is the most important thing, and
Federal policing of state issues.
yeah, and I cannot get on board with that. And also that there's no such thing as truth. I mean, that's what he's made people believe. There isn't no. There is
From his
no,
Truth Social account.
Yeah. There
Plus
is,
side, though, he likes prostitutes.
yeah.
He's totally cool with those.
See, he's a hypocrite too. But
No.
But there's no common understanding. There's none of what a fact is now. He's totally destroyed that. And so I think I'm different in that I would not do some of the things he has done. So, in
Fair
that
enough.
regard.
John Loss, built different than Trump, confirmed. That's
Thank
good.
You.
That's
Thank
good.
you
We
very
enjoy
much.
that.
Yes.
Obviously, I would feel the same way about that.
You're a big Trump guy, though, right? Right, Brandon?
Yeah, I love what he's doing. I think it's honestly,
It's finally coming out. Yeah.
I think it's amazing that people are being pulled off of the street without due process.
You're all for that?
About time.
You know? It's about time that we got all of them out. You know who them is.
Shout out Andrew Yonke. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's his.
Yeah.
His life.
Whoever them is to you, I don't know. Maybe all the babies. Get the babies out. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, think that through.
Well, you don't. Yeah, we just
Or all the
relocate them.
babies.
We just send them all to Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a prison colony, like the English did.
Yeah, I like that. But it's more of a pre-K colony. They've got
see.
games and
They're just all in kangaroo pouches.
yeah, they're making iPhones. You know.
Babies making iPhones. Yeah, do something fucking useful for once, you know?
Yeah. Pull your weight, babies.
Yeah.
Way too dependent.
Right.
All these entitled fucking babies.
Yeah. Take your mouth off the tit of society.
Don't. You guys know you were babies once, don't you?
Yeah, and I was making shoes
Not me,
when
man.
I was a baby.
They don't make babies like they used to. Is
These
that what
shoes
you're
I'm
saying?
wearing right now, I sewed them myself when I was a baby.
And you grew the whatever you need to make cloth, and yeah, I get it.
Brandon cut his own umbilical cord and made shoes out of it.
Yeah, babies have it too easy today.
Yeah.
That's a stereotype about Hispanics that's true.
I made a hat out of a placenta.
There you go.
And I wore it for most days of pre-K.
You babies don't know how good you had it. Yeah.
Don't.
They don't. They can't form memories. Hang on. Let's see. I think it's my John. You want to ask me a question?
Sure.
Hell yeah. If you feel like it.
Oh, I definitely do. I forgot this one. Let's see what this one says. Oh, what is your biggest obstacle toward peace? That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. He says. You just want me to say myself. That's
I guess it says yours. So
yeah.
Oh, your piece?
Your
Yeah.
obstacle.
Your biggest obstacle.
My biggest obstacle toward peace. You mean like what's my biggest obstacle towards a lasting peace between Ukraine and Russia or something?
How
Brandon,
can you
Yeah.
stop the
Like-
Israeli-Palestine conflict?
Yeah. What's my biggest obstacle toward ending all genocides? Yeah, that's probably money. I don't have enough money to stop all the wars. It would take so much.
Yeah.
And I keep buying stage lights whenever I get any.
Good allocation of resources.
It's a bad. It's
What
a
about your
filthy
own inner
habit.
peace?
My own inner peace. I think. I think my refusal to get around to go into any kind of therapy. Maybe if that shit actually works.
Oh wow.
That shit actually works, then I'm definitely neglecting a mineable resource there. You know, that's yeah.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of therapy, but I'm sorry you guys don't see it.
I'm a big
I
fan
see
too.
it.
I'm a big fan. I think everyone should do it, and I'm gonna get around to it.
I see it. It's kind of like I haven't been to a dentist in a little bit either, you know?
Not exactly.
I think it's very much exactly. I think that's a good analogy. No, John, make the case for why therapy is more important than dentistry.
Well, dentistry, it's a physical problem you can solve. You know, you have a decayed tooth. It's not like having a depression. And therapists.
Both could kill you if neglected, though.
True. But therapists, good ones, have tools that help you cope. And sometimes 3 weeks is enough. You know, or other people, it takes 10 years. But they never give up, and you can tell them anything. And then at the end of the session, they give you an action plan, and it's up to you whether you follow it or not. The people that don't are in the therapy the longest, and so I just think it's a valuable resource.
And that wasn't your experience with your dentist?
No.
I think it is too, obviously.
My dentist died on me after 35 years. I'm
Oh.
still mad.
Wow.
I'm still mad about that. No. But no, I truly believe therapy is a great thing, and I don't know why people are afraid of it.
You know, Norm Macdonald has a story about having had a therapist that killed himself like 3 weeks after he went to him. And that's,
Wow. That's.
I did pretty good. It's kind of
Thanks for telling us that.
that'd be yeah.
That's cool. I would love to hear Norm Macdonald saying that.
Yeah. Look it up on YouTube. Everybody, you're on YouTube. Just go watch some Norm compilations. It's a good time. He'll talk about his therapist eventually on there. It's good.
I mean, all I could say is I think my therapist saved my life. I really feel that way, and so I always encourage.
Yeah, but he also made you gain that 50 pounds back.
That's true.
So.
I was at that cool depression weight, and that's true. When you start feeling better, you eat more. It's a trade-off. No, I feel so much better now than I did.
When you start feeling better, you eat more. Episode
Exactly.
title.
Oh yeah, and 6 months ago, I couldn't leave the house. So this is
How long have you been in therapy?
off and on, probably 25 years.
Okay. What's your longest spree of like regularly attending a therapist?
10 years.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
In the early days, I'd always quit too soon because I felt I was cured. You know,
He's done. We're done.
Yeah, I'd
We're
stop
good
the-
now.
Stop the meds, and I feel good for about 4 months, and then, boom. So, yeah, it's been my life. So, but I still was able to function, which was, you know, I did not become completely like in a ball, but I did not feel good for a long, long time. So,
How old?
and I feel good now, so that's
That's
great.
good.
Yes,
That's good.
Yeah.
Have you ever attended therapy, Brandon?
Never attended therapy.
Never once.
My fiance
Therapy
goes to
virgin.
therapy. Yeah, I am a therapy virgin.
I feel like it's good for one person in a relationship to attend therapy. I think that's probably the optimal, in fact.
No. No, that doesn't make any sense.
So far,
Just to keep that spark going.
I've looked for a therapist, and I've started looking, and I'm like, all right, this is cool. I might do it. At
Is there
some
like a
point.
Tinder app for therapists?
Oh,
You
no.
swipe through, you figure
It's just
out.
based off of my health insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, they give you a list and stuff. Yeah, but I'm afraid a lot of people think therapy is a sign of weakness, and it's just the opposite.
I think it's a sign of affluence.
Well, true, because most people don't have insurance that covers it.
Unless
and
you have
that's-
BetterHelp.
Which,
Sponsored
thank you,
by
Brandon.
BetterHelp.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.com. You want to kill yourself? No? Well, then you better fucking get an app for that.
Sign up, try to get a subscription. I'll tell you next week. As soon as we get your
Get
check.
ghosted by your first 3 therapists today.
Wow. Okay.
Is that what happened to you? Did you try?
No, but I had a best friend in 2020 that they lost their insurance, and so they were better helping it, and they kept getting ghosted by their therapists.
That's a really important point, though.
Which, like, how awful do you have to be? You know, like, I don't.
I know, right? How awful do you have to be that you're like,
No, I forget that a lot of people can't afford it. It's just like a lot of people can't afford physical therapy after a surgery. They don't recover
true.
nearly as well if you can.
Yeah.
But that's I'm glad you brought that up because there aren't a lot of resources for people who can't pay.
Got to use my platform for jerking off. Yeah. John, who you want to ask your question?
I'll ask Brandon a question.
Okay.
well, right.
It's just, what is yellow? I like yellow.
Personal questions.
Oh, here we go. You can just take this and run. Which of your achievements are you most proud of?
Nice.
Oh, okay. This isn't even that bad. I have a couple things I'm proud of right now.
Humble brag.
that I even do comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pushed out on this for a very long time. I started technically like before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. How many mics did you hit before?
I would only do
Everything ended.
one mic, and like one mic a week, and that was Arts Bar.
Interesting. I've heard of the Arts Bar.
The old
mic.
Arts Bar, yeah.
Yeah, I would do Arts Bar. I was incredibly terrible. I was never writing. I mean, I'm already terrible, but even worse than terrible.
No, you're good now. I remember you. I remember you from like a couple of years ago, and it was. I liked you as a person, but I remember. But I'm not gonna lie. I can remember some stuff. So I was like, oh man, I like this guy. But no, I love your fucking. I love your rappers bit now. That one's really fun. I like a lot of your. I stay in the room for your whole set now, and I try to catch it because I like you. You're making progress, man. I enjoy you as a comic.
I didn't know that ever happened.
He's-
Seriously.
Well, I know that you're good, John. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna kill. I don't
No.
have to worry about what the
You're
room's
like a
like.
groundhog. You stick your head in there, you do your best.
I do.
and then you're
I do that a
gone.
lot.
And we never see you again.
I do that at Murph's. You have that image of me because you see me at Murph's and you see me at the Bird, and I'm usually hanging out in the little back hallway at the Bird, but I'm hearing what's going on.
I
on
love
stage.
to do that myself. I just leave. I just go home immediately.
Okay.
I'll hang out, but yeah, I'm usually on a porch or in the wings for most of the mic. I don't like the chairs. I don't like committing to a chair.
I understand.
Ooh, we got more food. Okay, so I'm actually excited about this. Did anyone else know that Pop-Tarts make ice cream sandwiches now?
I did. I saw an ad for that. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Ani sent me an ad for it, and I was like, "We got to do a food review on this podcast. I got to use my platform for something."
All right. Let's do it.
Thanks.
No one's deathly allergic to lactose, are they?
No,
We'll find out.
You say that like someone who's mildly allergic to
I'll
lactose.
just shit myself. No, I'm not. I'm good on that.
All right. Oh, these look like they actually have Pop-Tarts on them. Look at that. Oh shit!
Oh, there it is. No, that switched on me. Right there.
Here, can you open this?
Yeah. I was gonna ask in jest, but do you actually want me to open it?
Please.
Okay.
Let's
Hold
go.
my mic.
I will hold your mic. Thank you so much.
It's such a good moment.
Right.
Oh, so easy. Thank you very much.
Let's get a shot of Brandon and John both taking a bite at the same time. Let's
Let's do the. What is that, Lady in the Tramp thing? Let's do that. You get one end, I get the other end.
Let's go.
All right, fine, whatever.
Oh, there it is. They're in sync.
I give it a 10.
Hell yeah. I think if it had vanilla ice cream between two strawberry Pop-Tarts, it might push it up to a 10 from the 8 that I'm going to give it.
Or if it could have chocolate somehow. Yeah.
I would like the cherry as well.
Yeah, cherry Pop-Tart. Yeah. Keep selling them, Pop-Tart. Keep making them. Give us more flavors.
Or, yeah, brown sugar.
Yeah.
On the back of the box.
What's the other
Wait, what?
Check it. What I got?
Marked at Walmart, but
Frosted brown sugar cinnamon. And frosted chocolate fudge.
I don't think you can put this in a toaster, though.
Good point.
It'd be good if you had like a coffee. What do you call 'em? A coffee ice cream, coffee flavored ice cream. I like that, and then the brown sugar.
Coffee. Yeah, you put coffee ice cream between the brown sugar ones. Yeah. They should put the chocolate ice cream between the s'mores Pop Tarts. Have you seen these? No.
Have you seen this? Have you heard of this?
R.I.P. Patrick Merchant.
Is he dead?
Nah, he's
I just saw him.
Didn't he move? Has he moved yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved.
Oh, okay.
One of the Carolinas? One of the Carolinas?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Be with his dad.
South Carolina.
He's gonna live with his dad. He's gonna be doing sales work.
Shout out, South Carolina comedy scene.
They have that?
No. Okay, I think that there is a flaw in having ice cream sandwiches on a podcast because we have to eat them before they melt.
Yeah. We'll just ask more questions.
True.
These lights don't have.
Brandon, what's one of the most adventurous things you've ever done in bed?
Oh. Okay.
John, get your answer ready after Brandon's done.
Nope, I don't have it.
In bed or just sex in general?
Well, it says in bed.
Usually,
So.
like, yeah, okay. I feel like I've had sex in public. I feel like
Yeah?
that's kind of adventurous.
How public?
God, when I lived with my parents, it was all the time. So it'd be like a parking lot, park, church parking lot.
Oh man, those hit different.
Yeah. When the Lord's watching, he's really watching.
He's really watching.
I've had anal before. How do you
You've
say?
had.
I've had
You've
it.
had
I've
anal
done
before.
it.
All
Well, I
right.
feel like if I say I've done it, that means I was fucked in the ass.
I feel I
But
get the
had
opposite
also
intuition.
sounds like I was fucked in the ass.
This is taking a turn here.
No, this is going exactly
We
where I
focus
want.
on the ice. We
Yeah.
focus on the ice cream.
You guys left me behind.
John, what's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in bed?
I did a handstand once. And that's all I'm going to say.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pop-Tarts. Have a Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich and talk to your friends about sex.
See, you get these at Walmart? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Walmart. They're at the neighborhood markets.
I know where I'm going from here.
Gonna get it from Sunfresh.
I don't know.
That's mine.
You've had them before.
What?
You've had them before?
No.
Oh,
Never
okay.
had this before.
Have you seen them before?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know they existed.
Me either. I didn't think they were real. Ronnie sent me a picture, and I sent it to a couple different friends, being like, "Is this real? I don't know. I don't trust this."
It's not that unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I'm just not a very trusting person, Brandon. You know, I record all my conversations with comics. You know,
Oh, okay.
I sit them in front of lights so I can watch their pupil dilation later.
Even the ones
find out
outside
if they
of
were
mics?
lying to me. What? No,
You wearing a wire?
just
What? This is
I'm
the
too
wire.
lazy.
It was, the
yeah.
wire's in plain
We're wearing-
view.
yeah. I like to hide my wires in plain sight.
Oh, gosh. Carry on.
You are a fucking fed.
Let's see. Ooh, hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Does modern Western culture encourage women either to overreact or underreact to minor sexual assaults such as groping, too drunk sex, etc.?
Holy crap.
Softball for you.
Well, I don't like those two choices.
Over under. How do
I
they
think
teach
I think
ladies to
over,
react?
Over, yeah,
Okay.
based on the what's happened the last 5-10 years. There's a lot of women who are not speaking up are speaking up, and I think the young
When in doubt, call it out.
and the young girls growing up see that. So I think it's much more likely they'll overreact than underreact.
Yeah. That's why you got to just skip straight to the major sexual assault. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah. Yeah. Full on.
full blown. Yeah,
This isn't PBS, is it? No.
it's not. PBS is dead.
I feel like a lot of these questions.
This is all that remains.
The
We
answer
are what
is-
remains. PBS is
It's
defunded.
the Twilight Zone. Yeah.
No.
You feel like a real disapproving father right now. Every time.
Every time he talks to me,
I'm way too judgmental. I know that.
John Loss is my disapproving father.
I'm just disappointed. I'm not disappointed. It's not that I don't approve. That's the worst thing you can say to a kid.
I'm not disappointed in you. I'm just angry.
But think about it. Yeah. You know, I think it would be better.
I love that.
You tell a kid you're disappointed, and he's going to wonder for weeks what was he
I know.
disappointed in.
Yeah.
If you tell him I'm angry that you spilled the milk, then it's over. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because now you
Well, you
talk
could
it
say
out.
what you were disappointed.
You just hit him and
about.
move on.
Yeah, if you be specific, but you just can't say I'm disappointed in
Yeah,
you.
that would be
Then they go-
wild as fuck. They're just playing, and you're like, "Hey, son, I'm disappointed." in you."
They're asking their
For
sister.
what?
You know
their-
what you did.
Asking their 6-year-old sister, "What, did I do something?" Yeah, he said the same thing to me. I don't know what it means.
Well,
It's just
yeah.
a thing I like to say to people. You learn something about someone by how they react when you tell them you're disappointed in them.
But seriously, I know I'm way too judgmental. I'm working on it. I am working on it.
You talking to your therapist about it?
No. Well, full disclosure, I stopped last summer going.
Oh, because you're cured now.
Well, I guess you can never can say that, but I was able to.
He doesn't want to jinx it. You could knock. The table's made of wood.
Yeah, I don't say I'm never going back, but right now I don't need it. So.
Hell yeah. It's a good place to be, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's the best I've felt my whole life. So,
Hell yeah, dude.
except for the people around me that disappoint me. Otherwise,
He's like, man, if all these people could stop sucking so much, then I could be less judgmental and it'd be great.
that's a good point. Oh, you know what I did at the Bird?
What'd you do at the
on
Bird?
Thursday? You were not there. Of
I
course.
was in the wings.
Neither was I.
The last guy was talking about hemorrhoids. He did like 2 or 3 hemorrhoid jokes. And the last one he did, I said out loud, "That's bad." And
Was it silent?
well,
In the room?
People agreed. And then, Daniel came up to me and said, "I'm so glad you said that."
Yeah, dude.
Hemorrhoid does not. And he did it again at Dexter's. I don't
What did he
understand.
say about hemorrhoids?
Something like life is like hemorrhoids. It comes to a point or something. I don't know. I heard
Nothing
weird-
funny enough to get away with. I
Yeah,
guess.
we-
Real
weird-
pain in the ass.
He had a weird analogy. And he wouldn't let it go. So
What was the answer? I want to know.
I was too busy
Maybe I'll see him.
tisking to hear what he said.
Analogies are like hemorrhoids.
How so?
I don't know. I haven't-
Everybody's got them.
I gotta, yeah, everybody's got them.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I try to keep mine hidden. That's yeah.
Okay. I may rethink my position. I might have been too hasty.
Brandon, who do you want to ask you a question?
John, go ahead.
All right.
I want to
I'll get you another good one. Like the last.
look in your eyes. 'Cause you're disappointed in me.
I don't know you well enough to be disappointed in you. That can come
All right,
later.
then
Aw.
just judge me.
I just found out that John Loss knows me.
I do. Oh, this is perfect. Who do you hate the most?
Who do I hate the most?
You can't say Indians or Chinese people.
Oh no, I
now.
wasn't even gonna say that.
That's
Or
good.
anyone in this room either. No.
I want to be very clear.
Yes,
I
sir.
love the Indians and I love the Chinese. I love them all. There
All right.
are a lot of them though. Just saying. Who do I hate the most?
Boy, that's a wicked question.
It's definitely those, those motherfuckers I was talking about, like those Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh, I thought you were going to
guys.
say that homeless couple.
Yeah, I do hate that homeless couple too, but they're like a micro level of my hatred. At the macro level, I hate those fucking guys.
Fresh and
The
fit,
ad-
whatever,
whatever,
etc. Yeah.
Whatever podcast guys. They are You know what those people are?
No, I
You ever-
don't know what you're talking about.
You're not privy to the red pill internet space?
No, tell me a little bit about it.
It's like guys like Fresh and Fit is a podcast with a guy named Fresh and a guy named Fit, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Or it could be.
You're nailing it so far.
it's supposed to be like a nutrition podcast.
Oh,
but,
I see.
But
Is
they-
that what it's supposed to be?
I thought that's what it was, like health, nutrition,
Okay.
dating advice, but it's just like a bunch of guys that they bring on, like women in their early 20s or something, like they haven't even fucking dusted off the glitter from the club they were just at, and they just ask them demeaning fucking questions.
And there's an audience for this, I guess.
Yes, there is.
Oh, is there?
Because guys, I don't know, a lot of guys would just like to really see young girls in their 20s get fucking talked down to.
Oh, I
Well, yeah,
know.
because a lot of guys have been talked down to by ladies in their 20s, and so they feel like they're getting some kind of like a karmic something from it,
That's
Yes.
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
which is retarded for the record.
I don't know. It's a body count thing too that they
Yeah.
always put up there. It's always a little annoying.
Yeah, they
What's
do
the
like
body
questions
count?
about. Yeah, well, you know what a body count is.
Is it what I
How
think it
many
is?
people you
Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
There's like that. There's a million fucking like influencers that are on the street at like outside of bars or outside of like busy streets, and they'll just walk up to people and then put the microphone up to a
Oh,
girl's
jeez.
face, and they'll be like, "All right, what's your body count?"
That's how we got Hawk Tua.
And they'll be like, 10, you're a fucking whore. And then they leave.
People talk to him.
People talk to him.
Why would you?
I don't know. They're like, oh, yeah, but you have a podcast?
you get on the internet, yeah.
They want to be famous. Yeah.
They do.
They
Some of them
promote
sign up
promote their
for it.
OnlyFans on it.
I mean, they all sign
There's-
up for it. The ones that do go on the podcast, they willingly put themselves through that
Sure
shit.
they do,
I don't know
100%.
why.
I bet they do.
because they get to promote.
But hey. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The system works. Also, very anti-therapy. The whatever podcast guys.
Yeah. You're weakling. You're a weakling if you go to therapy. Yeah.
You're a soy. What's the opposite of a Chad?
I don't know.
A soy Gus.
Soy boys, soy boy.
There are worlds I don't know anything about. I find out.
Me too. That's. John, you want to ask me a question?
Sure.
I kind of just want to ask John a bunch of stuff.
We should after this
About the
rotation. We'll
internet that
just
he
do.
doesn't know.
If you think of anything, feel free to ask him.
I have questions too.
John, what do you know about pegging?
I don't. I don't know what it is.
He looks like he knows a little bit of what it is.
I've heard you say it. I heard you say it. I heard every comic that goes on stage say it. I pretend I know what it is, but I don't. So,
Pecking is when a female performs anal sex on a man
With a strap on.
with a strap on, yeah.
well, I was wondering how that worked. Thank you.
Just had to make sure.
Okay,
Or an enlarged clit.
that clears up.
Not like a breadstick. That would be.
I should have laughed. Maybe I can go back and laugh at those jokes now. Let's see.
No. I'm sure you don't
late.
need to.
It's too late. if you could press a button that would instantly erase every single false belief you have, would you do it?
Yeah. You have to. If that button exists, you have to press it, right?
I think
How do you?
I
Yeah.
think so.
How do you not press that? Brandon, you look a little on the fence.
No, I think it'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, unless.
It'd be jarring for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Do I get to? Yeah. Is there a timeline? Like, is this over the course of a week? Like the beliefs start to fall away, or is this everything is instantly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All the horrors that you've been avoiding.
But there's some beliefs that let you go.
Oh my
on.
God! What if I stop thinking it's gonna get better?
Yeah. Or
Because.
I mean,
What if I stop? What if I stop believing I'm gonna get around to therapy and then?
that's right. It allows you to live. Yes.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. John, who do you want to ask you a question?
You, Taylor, please.
Okay, let's go. We'll do personal question.
Of course.
Oh, this is a good question for you, John. What kind of people do you get along best with? Don't say white.
I get along best with people who I don't feel they have an agenda. And I can tell pretty quickly if they do. And I also like to be around people who ask questions about me and not just have me ask them questions about them. That tells me a lot. And that they listen. And to me, as you get older, you can filter those people out faster, I think. But wasted a lot of time talking to people that did nothing for me, you know. It made me feel bad, you know.
Yeah.
So, but if somebody was honestly interested in you, I can talk to them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's good. I like that. I like that answer. Brandon, who do you want to ask you a card? Unless you have something to say about that. Yeah, you look like you're
No, I
thinking.
don't have anything to say about that one.
Okay.
I think it's a concise enough answer. That's a good one. John, go ahead.
All right. Oh, yeah, I went there first.
Sad. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Would you prefer, here we go. Oh, this is good. Date someone 20 IQ points higher or 5 points lower than you?
Definitely higher. Definitely higher.
Okay.
It would
Okay.
annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
If someone
they
was
were-
just barely slower than you.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would annoy me a lot.
Not enough for other people to notice, but enough for you to notice.
I would. I know.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That sucked too. Yeah, especially if other people just thought that you were like about the same, you know?
Well,
Because there's
yeah.
not a big difference, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can tell, and maybe they can't tell because they're not, you know.
They'd say you guys are the same.
Wow. I mean, you're like, no, you don't get it. This is terrible.
I mean, I'd say in my own relationship right now, it's like, I mean, we're pretty similar.
Mhm.
I'd say she's definitely smarter than me. In a
She's
lot of
dating someone
things.
5 IQ points lower.
Yeah, she's at.
Oh, come
definitely.
on.
I think so. I mean, there's things she knows that I don't know, and she'll check me on that. There's things she doesn't know that I don't. It's usually stuff about history that's fucking
Which part of history?
whatever I'm interested in
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
at the time.
A lot of World War One, World War Two.
I like World War One better.
Hell yeah.
World War
based.
Two is overdone. Every fucking History Channel. Every fucking History Channel show is just World War II, Hitler, Nazis,
Oh, that's all it is. You're right.
and then Ice Road Truckers, and then
Oh, I love that show.
that was the death nail
Yeah.
of the History Channel.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that shit.
Really?
Well,
I hated that
I think
shit.
a lot of it is in high school. At least my daughter, they never got past World War II. I mean, they had, you know, that's when the school year ended.
Well, to be fair, back when you had your daughter, it had just ended, yeah?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I was just coming home from the war.
And you're like, man, why are we talking about it? We just, what?
I was at the USO dancing.
The
with-
last thing I want to hear about when I get home.
It wasn't history. It was current events. Then, yes.
Breaking news.
Oh gosh. All right.
No, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Brandon, you want to ask me a card?
Yeah. If you, and only you, could see one measurement or statistic over everyone's head, what would you want it to indicate?
I think,
Please don't say penis size. Please don't say penis size.
what would go over the ladies' heads if I said penis size? What would go over the ladies' heads?
Just NA
A,
or 5 inches.
question mark. A big question mark. Yeah.
Wait a minute, Brandon. Okay. I think, how I would want a measurement of how something approaching like how much they're enjoying interacting with me. or interacting with whoever they're interacting with. So like if two people are talking to each other, I want to be able to see numbers over both of their heads that indicate how into their interaction they are. And then that way, if I'm talking, yeah, sure. And then that way, if I'm talking to someone, I can see how good of a time they're having talking to me. So I know when to just pull the plug.
That would really alleviate most of my fears when I'm high.
Yeah, right. Although if it's running off of my brain, I don't know. Like if you get really high, do the numbers get less reliable?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know if that's the rules of the card.
Yeah, I doubt they are. I hope they're not.
There we go from there.
John gets a question asked. John, what do you want to? Unless you have any commentary on if you got to see a number over.
Oh, I want to see kindness. How kind they are.
Oh, interesting.
You can do it.
Me and Brandon are both like, wow, we hadn't even thought of that.
That is so nice.
No.
He's such a sweet man.
No,
He just wants to see it so we can judge him if they're not kind, though.
Yeah, so I can tell them when they're stopped being kind. I tell them I'm disappointed in them.
Oh, wow. You want to let him know when that number drops?
What you did was not kind. I'm very disappointed. Goodbye. Please leave.
That's funny. Please leave. They're like, I thought this was an open mic. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh wait, am I supposed to pick one or?
Are you supposed to ask someone to
Ask
pick a
somebody
card
to
for
ask
you?
you.
Oh,
Question.
Brandon, pick one for me.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Personal.
Personal.
All right.
If you could have one but not the other, would you rather love someone or be loved by someone?
One but not the other.
Well, I think be loved by someone. I think because
You would rather be devotingly loved by someone you're very disappointed in?
That can be really annoying.
It's annoying.
no, because that's something you can't control. I mean, and if that happens, that makes you feel really good. So.
You're like,
I
"God damn,
I
why
grew
you
up in the
text me so
50s.
much?"
You know, I grew up in the 50s, so give me a break.
Fair enough.
Leave it
We
to
won't judge you.
Leave it to Baber.
Hell yeah. Well, that would be the ultimate like out for like sociopathy, right? Where it's like, hey, I press this button, I can't love you, you know, and you can't not love me. So let's we got to make this work now, you
Oh,
know.
that'd be terrible.
It'd be interesting. It's a mineable resource, is what I'm saying.
Love?
Yeah. I was thinking sociopathy, but
I say we should put children in factories so we can manufacture love.
I hope you guys never have kids.
I think I'd be a great father. They'd be gainfully employed.
No. Your neighbors would have the hotline on speed dial.
They'd have to mind their own fucking business. I know how to raise my son.
no.
He's at it again. Just hit that button. It'll go straight through. Yeah.
Oh God, that's pretty good. Brandon, we'll probably do one or two more loops around the table. We'll start wrapping up. Brandon, who do you want to ask you a question?
You can ask me a question.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Let's do a sad question. Brandon, what's the most sick, mental or physical, that you've ever been?
Sick, mental, or physical?
Mental or physical.
Physical, definitely. You know what? Physical. No, actually, it could be both of these things.
Okay.
Mentally, when my cousin committed suicide,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and I went to go see the funeral. I went to the funeral.
And you just happened to also be deathly ill at the time? Why?
And then when I got back, I was actually really sick.
Wow.
I was couch ridden. I was watching all the Rocky movies.
Oh,
Did you
man.
catch something at the funeral?
I don't know, depression, sadness.
Yes.
That's what I caught there, maybe.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Or just COVID. Something. I don't know.
You watched all the Rocky movies.
I did. I watched all of the Rocky movies, 1 through 5.
Were you fever dreaming like hypothetical Rocky
I was
movies
just, I was
starring
just
you?
fucking throwing, just vomiting.
Oh my God. I like that image, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Did you do it in time to the music then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He would like he'd run up the steps, and I would just be choking on my own vomit.
Just waiting for the right time.
Getting harder.
All right, I can throw up now. All right,
Hell yeah.
let's move on.
Hell yeah. John, you want to ask me a card?
You bet.
You got a heart out, Brandon? You got
Could I what?
a heart out? You got a place you got to be after this? You gotta...
Oh, just home, just
Fair
bed. That's it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, fits right in. Do you feel a greater sense of satisfaction when you gain approval from people who are very similar to you or very different from you?
You know, there's an instinct to say that I feel more satisfaction from people who are different than me because, like, you feel like you won somebody over at that point, you know. But I don't know if I'm actually that satisfied by winning people over as much as I am like if I care about somebody and I'm failing to gain their approval, I think that's gonna fuck with me more than if I'm failing to gain the approval of someone who's very different than me. And I feel like, and I'm a narcissist enough that I feel like most of the people that I care greatly about, I also coincidentally happen to be fairly similar to. And so most of the people in my actual life who I enjoy the approval of tend to be somewhat similar to me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the less popular answer.
I'd agree with that because it's a lot of work to try to gain approval from people that are different from you, and then once you have it, what does it mean to you? I mean, you're not going to be interacting.
Yeah, I'm
with
like,
them.
oh, this is nice. That won't happen again for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, you're great. Now I'm leaving.
Do you feel like you crave a lot of approval from other comedians?
Maybe a few of them. I don't know. Like if I
Name.
name one, let's see. If
Like if this person says, "Hey, that was a really good fucking set."
I know it fucks with me that Scarborough hates me. I think that if Scarborough started liking me, I think I'd feel a decent sense of satisfaction.
you?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know why?
Because I keep saying that he hates me at his open mic, and he doesn't. He thinks it makes it awkward. He says it's yeah.
Okay, so stop fucking doing that.
I'm kind of on.
Well, no, he told me to. Now I have to keep doing it.
Oh,
I'm kind of on Aaron's side. Now.
Me too. Me too. I think it's terrible. It's a terrible situation.
Well, it
like,
could be
please-
remedied. It could
It's
be.
like, please stop doing this thing.
If you wanted to, you could remedy it, but you're having too much fun not doing
right.
it. So.
No, I don't know. Yeah, but it still bums me out that he hates me. So I don't.
It doesn't
it's
bum me
really-
out that much.
I don't.
Clearly.
And I can
Not
understand.
really.
I can understand why. So I don't know what your issue is.
Yeah, I don't know. Oppositional defiant disorder, probably. I don't know.
You're a contrarian. That's what
I'm a contrarian. I take the O out of contrarian. I put the U in contrarian. Is what I do.
No. Why do you always do that?
Why do I always do that?
You must be so obsessed. It's hard for you to talk like a normal person.
I was talking pretty normal. John, who do you want to ask you a question?
You, Taylor, please.
Okay, let's see if we can turn this around. Oh, okay. Ooh, hey John.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had what you consider to be a spiritual experience? If so, what was it like and what effects did it have on you?
I don't think so, but I have this memory. I don't know if it's real or not. I was in an apartment and in bed, and I was being lifted up towards the ceiling. I mean, I really felt like I was, like 6 feet over the bed.
How many hits of DMT?
Too much ice cream that night. Yeah. But then I came back down, and I could never figure out what happened. And I don't know. But no, I've never had a real, come to Jesus.
Well, I levitated off of a bed once, but I don't know if I'd say I've had a spiritual experience.
But it could have been aliens, too.
It could have been. Oh, shit. Shit, it could have been.
It is a definite. I've never told anybody about it. It's a definite memory I have. So
Okay.
it's never happened since.
Wow. Just the one time.
I'm going to buy this podcast from you when we're done. It will never see the light of day. Catch and kill. That's what Trump does.
Drops tomorrow. Do you want to, Brandon? Last card. Who do you want to ask you?
Yeah, well, I did want John to ask me the last question.
Your last? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
All right, let's make it a good one. These are good to you, I think.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't.
I saw part of it.
What is it?
Wait, this is
Read
wrong.
it. No.
You want to do this?
Read it. You drew the card.
I'm so sorry. Would you rather be raped or falsely, but convincingly accused of rape?
Definitely falsely accused of rape.
Oh.
Definitely.
That makes sense.
One is not worse
Really?
than the other.
Very protective of your asshole.
Yeah.
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 It's a high note.
You would rather sacrifice your entire reputation as a guy who definitely didn't rape anybody ever.
Yeah. Definitely. I would rather defend myself on that than just.
You would rather carry the reputation of, no, he totally raped that lady.
Yeah. Than be walking around and then I'm just like,
For a week.
just like.
Not that,
Scared.
yeah. Only the physical for the, yeah. How much therapy do you think it would take after?
After being raped.
Yeah, for you personally,
For
not,
me,
yeah.
obviously a lifetime.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
think
3 times a week for the rest of your life. Yep.
3 times a week. How frequently were you going to therapy when
I
you were
actually
going
was
to
only
therapy?
going once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2
That
weeks.
was
Okay.
enough for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Both is pretty. I guess I would lose my job. So keep your job
And also,
or be raped.
my insurance didn't cover it. He gave me the retail rate, so
Wow.
I got a deal. But yeah, Medicare doesn't cover that kind of therapy.
Can you believe it?
I know. Or physical therapy. Well, physical therapy more than the counseling.
That's Obama's America, man.
Thanks, Obama.
God, how long has it been?
It's been, since we started doing. Oh, since
No,
since
the Obama
2012.
administration.
Yeah.
2012. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, that would have been like the middle of it, right? I think. I don't know.
I miss you, Barry.
Miss you.
Got the ukulele.
He's got it. He's got it. All right. At the end of the podcast, I generally play ukulele for 30 seconds or so.
right.
No, not 30, 90 seconds or so. And we go around the table, and the comics, they sum up their experiences on the podcast. You say any last words, any last meal requests, any preference of a thing to be injected with after these cameras go dark. And just let the audience, God, and whoever gets shared this link know that you stole money from them that one time. We're gonna start with John.
I said a lot more than I thought I was going to say here, but I feel like I know Brandon a lot better than I knew before, and I know Taylor a lot more than I did before, and that's going to take away my judginess. I mean, I understand, and sometimes I don't give people a break, but I understand, and I like you, and I appreciate what you're so open, and you were open, and I felt, for some reason I felt this was a safe place, which was probably a mistake, but it felt good to say the things I did. So I think this is a great experience.
Who needs therapy?
Just do a podcast every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Run over to me. It was good to get to know you too. Good to talk to you. It's always good hanging out with Taylor
And Aaron.
and Aaron. Aaron, what would this podcast be without Aaron?
Without
right
Erin,
now?
she kept interrupting. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. It's great to significantly ruin my digital footprint. A little bit more than I was before, you know? Have something out there. I'll never be able to run for politics after all these rape cards.
Well, I think this accelerated greatly the process of getting to know somebody. You know, it would take
Oh yeah.
months for me to know you as well. I think I know you now, really.
Yeah.
Hard. Yeah. Spay and neuter your friends. Have a good time, everybody.
Oh, well,
Oh, I missed. Did I
Missed
hit?
again. You're terrible at this.
Yeah, it's a new gun. I'm trying to. I don't know if this one's
should've
gonna work. I
practiced
had an idea. I did is the sad part.
It's right here.
is he trying to turn it off?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to. If I can hit the. These things are wildly
Trying to hit
inaccurate. I'm
this?
finding. Yeah, I'm trying to hit the sensor.
Yeah, we didn't even know what you're
It's not gonna work.
shooting at.
Hang on.
So just get a stick.
Oh, he's got a bigger one.
This isn't. Well, this isn't going as planned. Over the week, everybody, think about the difference between demeaning and degrading. There we go.
There you go. Wow,
Oh,
I'm exhausted.
What a beautiful 2 hours.
that's that is. What?
What does that thing shoot?
They're gel beads. Yeah, but they're wildly inaccurate.
They're Orbeez?
Apparently. Well, they're Orbeez that burst.
They're Nerf Orbs.
Oh.
Burst on impact, so
Yeah,
you don't got to
spread.
worry about. Yeah. Yeah, it's got spread on it. It's not very accurate.